A major supermarket has teamed up with a Kent college to help young people with learning difficulties get the skills they need to find paid employment. The Tesco branch at Oakley College in Tunbridge gives students work experience and is thought to be the first of its kind in the country. Well, in England, only 5.6% of adults with learning disabilities known to social services are in paid employment, and 2.5 million disabled people are out of work. Here in the South East, nearly 7% of adults with learning disabilities are believed to be in paid work, but that's slightly above the national average. For tonight's special report, Charlie Rose has been finding out how the Tunbridge scheme is helping to improve those figures.
Hello, Sally.
Oh, morning, Teo.
Open for business.
Teo, I want to bake a cake. Do you have anything that I could use?
Yes, sprinkle.
The items and equipment here have been donated by a major supermarket to help these students prepare for the world of work.
They gave me the money and I gave them the change, and they enjoyed it, and they shopping trip lived happily ever after.
These are for toothbrush.
Can you see yourself in the future working in a supermarket?
Yes.
Would you like that?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Recent research suggests just 5.6% of adults with learning disabilities in England are in paid employment.
We know government have said there's a new skills white paper that clearly identifies a skills gap. So what we need to do is go to the coalface and educate society and employers.
I think especially after COVID, we're opening back up, just to think about taking on someone for work experience, just for a week or two. Try it. There's not much downside, and you'll find that there's a real chance of making a big difference to a lot of young people.
Welcome to Spill the Beans Café.
Such as the students who make and serve food here.
My name's Harry, please take your order.
My favourite part of it is working with others together and getting along with them and making new friends.
When you're older, do you want to work in a cafe or a restaurant?
Restaurant.
In a restaurant, why is that?
Because I love Prosecco.
There are many reasons to be motivated for the world of work, and it's the skills these students are learning, such as communication, budgeting and problem solving, which it's hoped will get them there.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Charlie Rose, BBC South East Today, Tunbridge.
Joining us now is David Stenning from Kent Supported Employment. Thanks for joining us. Wonderful work clearly taking place in Tunbridge, but as we saw just now, the number of people with learning disabilities in paid employment is incredibly low. Why is that?
Yes, thank you. It's if you just look at that figure, it is quite depressing. Everyone within the sector would love that figure to be more. It's worth pointing out that actually there's a lot of people with learning disability that are in work that aren't included in those figures. So we do think that the actual figure is higher. And when you look within supported employment services that are specifically supporting people with learning disabilities to find work, that figure is a lot higher. Certainly with our service, it's about 60%.
So what are the barriers and how do you overcome them? Is it necessarily the employers, I'm wondering, or sometimes the prospective employees?
There isn't just one answer. There's a lot of things that need to happen and that are happening, like you said, and like with that, what's happening at Oakley. It's fantastic to see the conversation about what is work and that work is possible, and starting that conversation at a really early age is really important. We've been involved with year 6, so 10, 11-year-olds, talking about aspirations, bringing in the family as well to that conversation, and the school as well, and talking about employment in general at an earlier age. And also when it comes to employers, supporting employers with their needs as well. They're quite often absolute experts in their field of work, but may need support in supporting someone with a disability.
So is that what your organisation does then? Sort of act as a go-between, find out what the employees want, find out what the employers want and marry the two together?
Absolutely, yeah. So we've got the British Association of Supported Employment, so the supported employment organisations up and down the country, and using an evidence-based model that's been around for 50, 60 years. So it's got 12 core values and 5 stages, and at the heart of that is about preparing people with a disability for the world of work. But a big part of that is about supporting the employer as well, like I mentioned, and also not just supporting someone with the preparation, but making sure the support once they're in work is there. And a big part of sustaining, which is, you know, is something we all want. We don't just want to see someone go into work, we want to see them thriving, and we want the employer to say, actually, we've got a really good employee here. That's what it's about. We're not asking employers to do us a favour, we're asking them to tap into this talent pool.
David Stenning, it sounds very rewarding work. Thank you very much for joining us this evening.